All right, Bryce. We are free this week. We were premium last Monday. I think Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah. I didn't realize it till late. People are like, "Where's your show?" I was like, "We did the show." Like, you didn't do the show. We did the show.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I think we had Mark then. We do not have him today.
We didn't have
He's
Mark
back.
then. We have not
We
seen
didn't
Mark
have
then.
him.
Nope.
He's still in Thailand.
Correct.
He is betting Toledo. For those of you guys who want a college football sweat.
What's the? It's a money line or what?
Yeah. Well, we took them +7. I sprinkled the money line too, just because I like to bet. Pitt starting a true freshman at quarterback today, and their defense sucks.
What time's the game?
It just kicked, probably.
Perfect. You've been to Toledo?
No.
I don't suggest going.
Yeah. It's not really high on my places of list.
It's not. I mean, it's on the border of Michigan and Ohio. I wouldn't say it's a desirable destination. Sorry to the people that are from Toledo. And then we got this game tonight. All-Star DFS. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And by the way, I think it was Lycan 88. Lycan won the flask. He DM'd me. I think I've got two flasks to give out.
Really?
Mail. Yes.
I could use a flask after that Christmas slate. Did not go great. I had one out, and it was like an out to win all of it. I think it was my Lamar and Xavier Hutchinson, who I didn't play a ton of, to Mahomes and Watson.
Yeah, I was heavier on Woods, but once Watson went 260-1, and Justin Watson's always my favorite play, and I just dropped him. I said, forget it. Stop chasing this idiot.
Well, Tony was on him. Credit to him, but I mean, yeah. I couldn't play him. His prop was half a yard.
He almost had a catch and a touchdown dropped in the game against Houston, and I remembered that specifically because I said, well, they're still kind of going to him, and he plays a ton of snaps. But after that, it was over. Plus the Kelsey smash, because I don't like playing up for tight ends, and Kelsey's been kind of mid. But Kansas City seems to be going in this playoff form now and just crushing everyone. All the good teams are Baltimore 34-2.
Yeah, there was only 2 games in the NFL where a team failed to score an offensive point, and one was that, and then the other one was
0 put up
Saints
by
against Packers.
Yep.
Yeah,
like these teams are just the good teams are turning it on now. Bengals won't have enough runway to make the playoffs now that KC doesn't matter with the Denver game. KC doesn't want the Bengals in the playoffs. They'll let Denver roll all over them.
Can KC improve their seeding?
No, they've won the conference.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, and Houston's a fraud.
Houston's been bad all year, I think, and that's been Mark's take as well. It's just they play in such an ass division.
Yeah,
you got the Jaguars, the Titans, and the Colts. And the Colts are an okay football team. The other two are absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, and the Colts still have a playoff chance ahead of the Bengals. And then we got this week. So this game, thankfully, Thursday Night Football, it matters for the Bears because for people's jobs on the line, plus they have to continually show improvement and going to Caleb and getting him improved. But it really matters on the Seahawks side because they can still make the playoffs. Difficult, not as difficult as the Bengals, but I believe they have to win this game and then beat the Rams. And I think they're in. I will spark a cigarette, Spencer. Our cleaning person threw away my ashtray, so I've got to find one, but I'll do it.
Good. We need the vibes.
We need the vibes. I think this game has a lot of scoring, Bryce.
That's
IMO.
We're our official play. I can't give away all of our bets for free, but we are on the over tonight.
Yeah, I think that somehow, even though the Bears have lost 9 in a row, even though Caleb Williams at the half looks like trash, somehow he gets to 29 points. Somehow Allen and DJ Moore absolutely print. They still lose, and their running backs do absolutely nothing, but somehow their players are still good plays, even double stacks. And then you got the Seattle side.
I like the Chicago side. I would definitely center around the receivers. I think Odunze has a good game at some point, and absolutely no one's going to be on him. But I'm not sure when it's coming.
I put a 445 on him for 9 points, and I think he could get the touchdown. He's still getting a ton of targets. Caleb throws a lot.
He has to. I don't love Swift. I will be playing him in the flex a bit just because he's 7,600. But with Roschon back, that really kills his touchdown equity at the goal line.
I think if they get to the 1 yard line 6 times, Roschon has 6 touchdowns. So I have Roschon for 7 points. Just give him a touchdown. Hand the ball and give him a touchdown. I don't think anyone plays Roschon. Some of these prices, these bad plays for Seattle are so expensive, Bryce.
Well, the thing is, the top end plays are not expensive. Like the most expensive play is JSN, and you get both quarterbacks for pretty cheap, and Caleb runs. So you also get Charbonnet, who's an absolute animal. I love Charbonnet tonight at 8-4. So
I think
it's not like we're playing.
He's a lock cap. He might be a lock captain.
I don't think I'm going to play. I'm going to play the receivers too. All right, so I'll go through my captain pool here real quick. I think before the show, I had Charbonnet, Metcalf, and JSN, and then I had Caleb, Keenan, and DJ Moore.
Yeah, I was just before the show. I'm thinking typically we can narrow it down to 1 or 2, but Charbonnet is my highest owned, extremely viable. JSN, obviously. Both Moore and Allen, yes. Caleb, if he runs, could get 29. And then I don't think you shouldn't have one Odunze lineup in there as a captain, just in case.
Odunze and Swift would be the other 2 guys I would consider. I just think if Gino has a good enough game, it's going to be JSN or Metcalf at captain. So I eliminated Gino at captain.
What's your score right now?
My score right now, God, I would probably go 20, 24, 21. Seattle. I think the Bears can keep it close. Maybe 24-20. Something like that.
27-20 Seattle. I think they get at least 3 touchdowns because the Bears can't stop anything. 2 field goals, at least 3 touchdowns. It could hit the 30s. And I would say at least 2 for the Bears.
Well, the nice thing is like weather in Chicago can be like bad this time of year, and it's just not. It's fine tonight. So, I don't think that it depresses scoring much. Seeing that Sabres spitting 5-1s, don't like it. Yeah, I'm not playing any 5-1s tonight.
The other slate that we did on Monday night with Green Bay and New Orleans, I kicked out 5-1s, but I'm like, really, this could. When MVS went out, I'm like, really, this could be a bloodbath.
Yeah,
and it was 5-1. You could play literally anyone on New Orleans, and still it was 6-0 Green Bay.
Yeah, that was one of the most pathetic showings. We get basically min-price Raiders defense this weekend, though, against the Saints, which I don't hate. Little look ahead. We got a big weekend of football too. It's been 3 games Saturday. We had 2 games yesterday, game today, 8 games Sunday, game Monday. So a lot of showdown slates to attack.
I do feel too that these teams are with such a quick turnaround for their next game. I feel like they're saving players for it. Charbonnet didn't play at all in their last game. Now, did Walker get hurt in that game?
I think he re-aggravated his injury.
We thought the same with Pacheco. Okay, Pacheco is going to be the play that kind of saved him for this game upcoming. That wasn't the case.
I liked Pacheco yesterday.
But I think that Charbonnet is just, $8K for Charbonnet. I have him 20 points. That's a floor for him.
Yeah, I think Sharp's a really solid play here. He catches the ball a lot out of the backfield too.
Right.
He's minus 170 to score. He's going to be my highest owned captain.
Yeah, I think just natively he's getting into almost every one of my lineups because of his projection alone and his price. The tougher things to swallow for me right now is Swift. If he doesn't score, what do you turn on Toledo?
They just scored a touchdown, but then I'm following ESPN, but then something dumb happened and Pitt got 2 points. So they either went for 2 or the PAT got blocked.
The chat will know. The chat will tell you.
It has to be something dumb to get 2 points the other way. Blocked XP to the house.
There you go. Thank you,
That
Sam.
checks out. They're playing this game in Ford Field, I think.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Az.
The only reason that I didn't mind betting Pitt is just my sister was here all weekend. Her and my mom just left, and she went to Pitt. But money has no loyalty, so we ended up on Toledo. I hope this freshman quarterback sucks. He's never played before.
Are they cheering for Pitt as fans?
No, my sister couldn't really care less.
Okay, that's always tough when people are fanboying it and you've got X amount of money on it. It's like just relax.
Yeah. No, she basically wants what's good for me. So if I told her I was on Toledo, she'd be like, "All right, fuck Pitt."
Oh, we got some. While Spencer Smith is both high and pumped for golf. He puts an H in my name when he's high. We got some shit planned for golf, Spencer Smith. Don't let it fool you. We're going to have a good year in golf.
Golf product is going to be awesome this year. The Wiley showed me some stuff.
Yeah, we got a big thing going on in January. We're just going to keep that in the briefcase and then release it in January. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm kind of ready for golf. And
I like having golf. I especially love having it during football season, but you don't get a ton of it during NFL season. Just because I love having a Sunday sweat.
Yeah.
It's like I play a lot of tournaments in golf. I used to play cash golf. I play cash golf for majors only. Like when you get random people showing up in the lobby that won't play other than that. But yeah, I actually like watching golf.
What's the highest news sport there is?
Golf.
Do people put too much thought into golf sometimes?
Yes. I basically take stances on players that I think are good long term and just kind of end up over them, unless they're going to be absolutely chalk.
There's no other sport on earth where the entire field pretty much has the ability to win or beat each other every day.
Wakey in golf thinks that if you're playing someone head to head and the other person uses all their salary, you're never clearing the rake long term. Which is why I think golf is such a great tournament sport, just because it's so interesting with the ownership.
Yes. Anyone could shoot a 65 or 62 on any given day.
Yeah, these guys are all so good. I do have an announcement to make. I got an 8-iron back. I had lost my 8-iron for 2 years.
Where?
I don't know. Probably somewhere in the bumfuck state of Kentucky when we played, but
rude.
Yeah, hadn't had an 8-iron. I now have an 8-iron. So watch out.
Is it because you're complacent or you're cheap?
It's because I couldn't. My country club, for some reason, wasn't able to get me the same 8-iron because I like having the same set. I'm not that. You've seen me golf. I'm not good. I'm not great.
But you're competitive.
I'm competitive. Yeah. I'm what? I'm a 14 handicap. I would love to get down to like, I don't know, like a 6 or an 8. You know, I guess there's like a big cutoff between like 12 and above and 12 and below. Like it's much harder to improve your game well enough to get 12 and below.
People are calling flexes on you for the multiple flexes there, including the country club.
Yeah, I enjoy golf. It's like the one thing that really gets my mind off sports. I absolutely love playing.
You know, it's like
like I put my phone away. You know, I don't look at my phone during the round.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the few times that like I'm actually off my phone.
I will. It's like mid-40s here in Lexington. I was thinking maybe I can golf today at the club.
Yeah.
All right. Back to this game. A little distraction. Yes, we will be giving out one of these today. I've got it locked and loaded. So do your research, folks. I'm going to come at you from so many different angles. You won't get it. You got to beat Bryce. Bryce is the greatest. He's memorized every college for every player in the NFL.
I've watched a lot of college football in my life, and you know, I'm now old enough to the point where like I remember all of these guys in college. Like, and not like when I was young, where it's like, you know, it's hard to remember when someone went to college like 20 years ago as opposed to like 6 years ago.
JBC will be back. Should be back on Monday.
He will be back. He will be back on Monday.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing serious, but he had some flight issues in Thailand getting home.
Yes.
He had to go back.
Yes. He saved his PTO for the entire month of December. All right. So I'm gonna stake a claim on Roschon Johnson gets 6 points. 6.1. You know, runs a yard.
You know, I think that's an interesting take because I think that everyone and their mother will play Kenny McIntosh over him.
That's how it's playing out right now. Yes,
100%. I think Kenny McIntosh is like he's the chalk cheap value.
And
sure.
Kenny McIntosh has to get there by actually doing things. Charbonnet gets the touchdown.
Charbonnet will get every goal on carry unless he's hurt.
So I'll play Roschon and his auto 6 and just go have a seat in the bench. Now, will I need that? I don't know, but it does take out guys like Lockett scare me. I'm not going to fade him entirely, but then you get a 3,200 price point, and there's something just not right with him. And
I would play McIntosh over him. I would play Fant over him. Yeah, I don't like absolutely hate Lockett. Like he's going to be in my pool, but I think they're better plays than Lockett.
I play Fant over the Bears defense. I think Fant is probably one of the best values on the board. I put him at 9 points. Barner got the touchdown, I think, the last game.
Yeah, he did. And people remember that. Fant's still the guy, though.
The guy. Fant's the guy for 9 points by just getting catches and yards. I mean, you throw a touchdown.
He can easily go, you know, 4 for 50.
I don't know if I need them yet, Bryce, but the Stonemans.
I don't think there's a playable Stoneman today right now. At least one hasn't shown up right now. My pool is cut off. Cheapest player, Jake Bobo, and I only have one of him.
And they're expensive. Like McIntosh and Bobo are expensive.
Yeah, well, I only have one Bobo team. I have a ton of McIntosh teams. Yeah, I basically cut off everyone that's under a 1 projection. And I don't have anyone cheap projected over 1. But the nice thing is you don't need to play like the top end guys are not the most expensive. Like Charbonnet is the best play on the board at 8-4, you know? And so it's not like we're playing like a 12K Lamar Jackson captain or Derrick Henry captain.
Or CD
where
Lamb.
you need a cheap captain. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tyler Scott, who's like one catch, Darrington Evans, who's running back 3, Everett, no, Pharaoh Brown, no, Colin Johnson, no. So that doesn't take out a ton.
Tyler Scott and Evans. if you really want to play someone at like $200 would be mine as well.
Yes, that's sort of my theory here is, okay, is there what's the cheapest play that could actually physically get a catch? Tyler Scott and Evans could get a point or half a point. So what's the point of playing guys like Pharaoh Brown, who's 8 times the price, Everett or Colin Johnson? If you want a cheap guy, if something strange happens, I'll keep 1 or 2 lineups with Evans or Scott.
Yeah, like with the Hunter Lucky, like 1.5 optimal team, but
where 0 would have been fine.
Yeah.
The worst value for you right now for either a high owned or high price play.
Worst play on the board. Let me see here.
For me, it's Swift.
I would that's going to garner ownership here. God, I would probably say Barner. I think people might play him just because he scored the touchdown last week.
I have him 5% projected in flex. I don't know if that's the case or not.
Yeah.
I have Swift at 35%, and I'm like, okay, a good night for Swift without a touchdown is 9 points. Seattle.
All right. Let me choose someone that we have projected over 20% ownership.
No, not in a game like this. I don't think so. Not with the receivers not with the volume of points that the receivers, even in losing scripts, the Bears put out.
I don't play 5-1s, period.
No.
So, yeah. I might agree with you on Swift, to be honest. But he's only 7.6, which I hate because it's a pretty good price for him.
It's a good price, but then I say, okay, who's attacking him around that same range and that price? So who's attacking 9 points? Basically Charbonnet. You've got Rome, and then you've got the kickers, who are a little cheaper. Well, actually a lot cheaper. But there's really not a lot in that range at that $7K range that fits different pricing.
Yeah. 100%.
So who are you Who are you getting in out of Swift being out? Is that I think you get more Charbonnet lineups.
Yeah, I do think you want to play Charbonnet today.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty clearly the best play on the board.
The best value on the board right now,
like cheap play,
no,
is Kenny McIntosh for me.
What's Kenny McIntosh? I have it Roshan.
Yeah, I mean that'll be a contrarian take. I'm definitely going to have some Roshan too.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't like Swift and you're trying to get some Roshan like touchdowns.
Carlos Ray, who is maybe related to Santos, says majority will have heavy Seattle. Thursdays are always trap games. Build Chicago or balanced lineups is my thinking. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Chicago at all here.
No.
I'm playing 3 captains from each team.
Yeah.
I just think it's the Chicago passing game that'll have more success than the run game.
Yeah. I don't love the Bears defense. I will have some.
Yeah, Seattle's offensive line does, and Gino does take a decent amount of sacks. So, don't hate the defenses here. 3,800 is pretty cheap.
No, Swift's not out. Swift, I could take out of my lineups if I really want to get aggressive and say he doesn't score a touchdown. Then that's almost 40% of the field is out of play if he doesn't hit the board. It's okay.
Toledo going to punt from the 30. I think
it's a classic Toledo move. They do that.
Well, they got 4th and 10 from the 34. Their kicker probably can't make it that far. So they took a delay game, and they're going to get like a net 10-yard punt.
I don't know if you're using contest sims. Sabre does feed a good amount of 5-1s.
I just click them off.
But I just click them off. Yes. I especially picked them off here.
Long term, they might be okay. I've done some research into it. The field started to catch up. The 5-1s aren't good, so that might make them good again. But I've had a pretty good showdown season. Not playing any 5-1s.
No, not on a slate like this.
No, I don't really play five. I don't ever play 5-1s.
You can pretty much guarantee 2 Bears players will be 2 to 3 will be on a winning lineup.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to get 5 players to score enough points from one team to be optimal.
In the script on Monday with Green Bay, it was that Green Bay has a wide diversity of plays that score points, receivers, tight ends, running backs, and quarterback, and their defense played incredible. This is Caleb's got a pass funnel. Gino's got a pass funnel, right? It's just there's going to be really high scoring players this week, tonight. No, Antoine, how could you say that? Correct, Antoine, Bryce.
Yeah, I'm not fading Charbonnet.
Can't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing 150 teams. I'm not like pressing the lock button on him, but he will be my highest owned player at captain, and I'm going to have a lot of flags.
One of the top spots of the week in terms of best advantage on John's positional mashups at RPS is Seattle running game and then Chicago wide receivers. Also the defense. Also the defense against the Bears.
I like it. I'll probably be under kickers here. Just because, well, no, actually, I might be over kickers today, just because I'm not really playing any of these absolutely cheap guys. So it's just going to feed me more like players in the 4K range.
If Swift is out and the kickers outscore him, they aren't close in spend. So I'm thinking, okay, you get a 2K savings and then have a higher point score than a 40% owned player. Is like, do I have to drop min floor salary, which I always do? But what was the slate we just had, Bryce, where the kicker was at 14 points?
What, Justin Tucker?
Might have been. Yes. Who had 250 yarders before the half.
Yeah.
I forget what slate it was. It was so frustrating. No, it was Brendan Aubrey.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And people played him captain. Cowboys love. I mean, Aubrey's something else. He went through like kind of that weird spell for 2 or 3 games where he wasn't making kicks, but they let him take it from 70 yards.
Yeah, and I think Santos. Like I usually inflate the kickers numbers a little too much based on script. I think Santos gets 2 field goals, but it still puts him at about an 8. 23% of my lineups have Santos. Who's the kicker?
I think that's fine. I'm normally around, depending on the slate, anywhere between 15 and 25% kicker.
Yeah. I was going to ask you something just now. Do you think Keenan Allen scores? Yes, I do.
I love Keenan Allen. He single-handedly saved my cash game lineup last week. But, it's not like he's cheap. So.
No. He has been optimal on Sunday Classic slates in a full field a few times this season. He was last week at $5,300. He catches.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing him and DJ Moore at captain. I think at Dunze is the one guy I'm not sure if I'm going to add a captain. I don't think anyone plays him, and I do think he has a breakout game at some point.
He's only 17 in flex, and he's probably 4%, maybe max, or 2%. 2%.
Yeah, he might be a couple captains. I just think he has upside.
Yeah, exactly.
He has tons of air yards. He's has the lowest catchable ball rate thrown to him. Like him and Caleb just are not on the same page, and at some point that will happen.
I think you could. I think you could in this scenario, if you really want to lean into your projections, I think you could say a min one of Moore, Allen, Odunze in a captain or flex spot is going to be on the final lineup.
Yeah,
and,
I think a Bears receiver will be on it.
And then you could go make 20 to 25% of those be at least Odunze in captain or flex, and then you're over the field.
I like
Komet, and then until Cole fucking Komet gets 2 touchdowns, Andrew Black.
Yeah, and then Roshan Johnson and Swift catches screen passes.
We had a game recently where all these scrubs scored touchdowns. Like every single scrub you could possibly imagine scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Remember that.
So who are the touchdown scorers today? Let's go Seattle first. Let's say they get 3. Who are your touchdown scorers?
2 for Charbonnet and 1 for DK.
Really? You put Charbonnet with 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, 13, at least 4 catches.
I think Charbonnet smashes in the spot.
Okay. If he gets 2 touchdowns, he's 33 points.
Yeah.
And he is auto captain.
Yep.
Okay. Then
that's why he's my highest owned captain.
He's got to be 60% captain for you then.
I think I have I got like 45. And that's super high.
So Charbonnet, Metcalf, and Charbonnet going the Bears side. I would say Charbonnet, Fant. I think Seattle gets 4 touchdowns. So I'm going to go Charbonnet, Fant, JSN. I think the tight end gets 1. I think Fant's a very, very good value play. Roshan and Fant. Now go to the Bears side.
Bears side. How many touchdowns are we giving them? 3?
Probably. I gave him 2, but let's go 3.
I'm going to go with Keenan, DJ Moore, and then Odunze. I'll give 1 to each. I'll give 1 to each receiver. I like their passing game.
That'll be sick. That means 2 or 3 show up, likely.
Yeah.
I think you do a min rule. One of those 3 and go heavier on Odunze in terms of the field. Okay, fine. I would go Roshan's getting 1. Screw the tight ends. I think Odunze is going to get 1. Caleb throws an interception. I would do that in a pick 6, yes. They're always in a trailing script, and he always has to throw so much.
I'm going to put up a soccer bet for us. We are taking Liverpool.
I always know when you're locked into soccer bets.
It's Boxing Day.
Give the people the soccer bets.
Yeah, we just had Man U. That was absolutely pathetic. I think we're 3-4 today. We did smash overnight ITF tennis because I was tilting and randomly bet it. So that was kind of fun to wake up to. Yeah, typing this up now. EPL Boxing Day. What's best odds?
Komet will have 1, especially within the red zone. Yeah. I worry about that. It's like my Justin Watson, Cole Komet and Justin Watson, the same for me. All right. This is the Bryce Morrow soccer bet breakdown.
Yeah, I think
brought to you by Valvoline.
I think Poole smashes this team. Liverpool's so good.
I don't think he's been treated like this. I just think that Seattle
they are rotating their team and what. I'm talking to myself here.
Okay.
All right.
Under 20 hockey just started. Germany versus USA. USA 7, Germany 1.
Is Germany good at hockey? Like, do they have good hockey players?
They've got
who's their best player?
Leon Draisaitl. But this is
I love Draisaitl.
Yeah, but this is under 20s, right?
Yeah.
Are we adoring Mercedes Lewis? Yes, he's the oldest player. He's the oldest player in the NFL. By the way, here's a question for the group. This is for the Flask. Let me pull one out here. Okay. This is for the Flask. Bryce, this is for you too. I know you're betting.
No, I'm good now.
Okay, your brain's going to move in multiple directions here.
Yeah, no,
we're Google this too. This is for the Flask. What is USA favored by 6.5? I knew it. 7-1. Let's go.
That's a hockey guy right there.
That's a hockey guy. Could be worse. Could be double digits. What is the oldest running or run TV show in American history? What's the oldest and longest running TV show in American history? Consecutive years. This is for the Flask. You give the 5-second delay before you start Googling. 4, 3,
I'm not Googling it.
1. Okay.
I'm going to say what? It has to be something before my time. I'm going to go with like Seinfeld.
I'll give you. It's still running.
All right, not Seinfeld. I don't watch any TV other than new stuff on streaming services.
I'll give the chat 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They close
NCIS.
to it. No, it's NFL and NBC.
Really?
It's the oldest.
I didn't know that was the TV. I didn't know that was the actual TV show.
Yeah. It's 1939 was the first show. First NFL game on NBC. It was the Eagles and the Brooklyn Dodgers. Eagles, Brooklyn Dodgers. It was October 22nd, 1939. AI says you're wrong. I'm not wrong.
This says Meet the Press.
Wikipedia is not wrong. 82 years of this. Now, was it named something different? Yes.
Well, you're also a Canadian, not an American.
Okay, fine.
It says Meet the Press has been running for 77 years.
Yeah, NFL NBC has been 85.
All right, I love it. We're going to go with NFL.
Okay, fine.
And you're right,
a backup question.
We're a football company.
Fine, a backup question because people think I think I'm drinking from the flask. This dude is named Schlong. Yes. Here's the backup question for the flask.
What, are you new here? I've only been around for what, a decade?
A decade. October 22nd, 1939, the first televised game of football, NFL football. Philadelphia Eagles, of course, Eagles on primetime, and the Brooklyn Dodgers. Who scored the first touchdown? I'll give you 20 seconds. October 22nd, 1939, Eagles, Brooklyn Dodgers. Who scored the first touchdown? Saquon Barkley.
What, Babe Ruth? Multi-sport athlete? Multi-position?
Close. You got...
What, was it Babe something?
5 seconds. No, it's a great name. 3. No one's going to get it. Sad. Pug Manders. Carlos Ray got it. Pug. Yes.
Pug Manders.
Pug Manders.
That's
from
a great
Millbank,
name.
South Dakota. Guess what college he went to for the backup for 10 seconds?
What? Army or Navy?
Drake.
No chance.
Carlos Santos gets the DM me on Discord or DM me on Twitter, and we'll get you out. He's from South Dakota, yes. Millbank, South Dakota. Get you a DraftKings, courtesy of DraftKings, flask. Yes. Pug Manders, a star of the show. 6 feet 200. Drafted by the Brooklyn Dodgers. There you go. 6 feet 200 for a running back. I saw you can watch this game, dude. It was nuts. These guys are decent athletes.
I mean, football's always been a great game. It was just never popular until baseball and boxing, took
threw the
backseat
ball
to
like
it.
this. But it's still good. You imagine how many errors there were in that game in terms of ref calls or or offsides or
I'm
holdings.
sure it was like a rugby scrum the entire time.
Plus, also the inside gamblers and the mob just completely fixing these games in 1939.
Yes.
Hey, Pug, make sure you don't run this one in. How about that, Pug? Pug
Yeah.
always took.
Let him go to Chardonnay. No Pug.
Charbonnet wouldn't do that. Pug would have 2 touchdowns. 6 feet 200.
That's big.
All right. Captains, let's go.
Chardonnay.
I'll go Charbonnet 1. My second pick will be. Let's go my captain pool right now. It honestly could be Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he runs and spreads the ball around a bit.
Probably smarter to go JSN, but I'll go JSN. I'll go Charbonnet, JSN.
All right, I'm taking Caleb from you then.
Okay. Caleb will be my third. Caleb third, and then the 2 Bears receivers. No dupes, no smiles. Give me, and then the 2 Bears receivers for you.
Yeah, we're super aligned today.
There's the Boban Dryers.
No smiles.
Were you part of the Boban Dryer content?
No.
No, it was from Sunday Classic with me, Tony, and John S. So the Boban Dryers just totally took over our chat. There's 2 of them. There's Sam and there's Mitch. Mitch is cool. Sam can be kind of salty. But there's also a third Boban Dryer brother who they don't like talking. Mitch is not here today. Exactly. I remembered this. Sam, Mitch, and the other guy. Or they chain up in their basement. Gotta listen to the Schlong Master. This guy must know you, dude. Oh, no, not the Boban Dryers. Yes, they're back. All right. Pick 6. Let's go. I love this pick 6. Don't talk about your brother like that.
Let me pull up pick 6.
Roger. The hockey one is under 20 USA by 6.5 goals.
Well, it's like the only hockey game. There's no NHL tonight.
Nope. Gutless.
All right. I'm gonna. Where's Charbonnet? Over 95.5 rushing plus receiving.
I love that. That's an auto pick. Hang on a second. I got to take care of Sam here. Sam, could you phonetically spell your name out in the chat so I'm not doing right? Boban Dryer, Boban Dreer, Boban Dreer. Ryan. Yes, it was Ryan Boban Dreer. Do a tackle prop. Okay. Bryce, you get a tackle prop loaded up. I'm gonna go. That's dangerous. This is tough. I'm gonna go. God, these receiving props are high.
Yeah, they are.
Let's go. Let's stick with our conviction and go over on a Dunze 42.5 yards.
Okay. I like that. I don't think people are going to choose that.
What did you choose first?
Charbonnet 95.5. I think that'll be pretty chalky.
Yep.
But I love it. Okay. I'm going to go. I found our tackle prop. It's Leonard Williams sacks over 0.25.
Leonard Williams sacks over 0.25. One of Gino or Caleb has to throw an interception, you'd think. I don't like. I'm gonna go rushing and receiving yards. DeAndre Swift under 76.5.
Okay. I don't mind that. And I will go I'm going to go under AJ Barner, 11.5 receiving.
Yeah, I looked at that. I like it. Under AJ Barner, 11.5 receiving. Where's the receptions and touchdowns? There's no touchdown column. Receptions. Okay, I will go Keenan Allen over 5.5 receptions. So here it is. Keenan Allen. Here's the pick six. Pick six brought to you by DraftKings, dkng.co/RPS. Alec, I think that one's dangerous, but doable. Use code RPS. You get $5 in, get $50 out in terms of spend. Oh, we also have $200 to spend.
Oh, yeah. We were going to give that away as a Christmas gift.
Should we do it?
Yes. Well, we wanted to do it with Mark.
That's right. We were supposed to do it Thursday. We've got $200 in pick six spend to give away to you guys.
Let's do it Monday for New Year's.
Okay, Monday, New Year's.
Monday, New Year's, and March.
Remind me. Okay, here's our pick six. Floor is 20-1 for 6 of 6 correct. I think this pays over. Keenan Allen over 5.5 receptions. AJ Barner under an 11.5 receiving yards because it's going to Fant tonight. Swift under 76.5 rushing plus receiving yards. Over 0.25 sacks on Leonard Williams. Charbonnet over 95.5 total yards rushing and receiving. And Adunze 42.5 receiving yards. Take the over. That's 6 of 6. I think so too.
That's
Andrew
6
Black.
out of 6 right there.
That's 6 out of 6.
That sack prop is going to be weird.
Why?
But it's because no one chooses sack props, I feel.
That's true. I mean, you could get half a sack tonight. You could get over.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a good sack matchup.
Under 1.5 Bob and Dryers in the chat.
I'm gonna have to get this bit explained to me.
Okay, Sam, please phonetically spell your name. There's a family of people with this last name that live in this chat, and they bounce ideas and comments off each other. And I thought it was a joke, but they're actually brothers. Mitch is the nicer one. Sam's a little more snake-tongued.
So, like, Mitch is like me and Sam's like Mark.
Yes, and then there's Ryan, who's like Mangone. Bob and Dryer. Okay.
I love that. It's better than having the last name of Schlong.
There you go. See? Mitch is a pussy.
There we go. That's exactly what Mark would say to me.
Final score, let's say 27-20. You're 24-21. Keep it close. What's the over?
42.
Easy.
I gave away the official 42 RPS play over. Mark's on it as well.
Premium?
We don't have premium bets today just because there's no college basketball, there's no NHL. All the premium bets with the biggest edges are always college basketball and NHL.
But come join us, RPS. Code RPS15 before the new year. Hang out with us.
Absolutely.
Chat with Bryce up to lock. He'll answer your questions.
I answer every question I'm tagged in.
You do. You're a good man. That's why you're a good man. Go Toledo.